Hey everyone, thanks again for joining me for this week's Soulmate Twin Flame Oracle reading. Well, the holiday season is approaching us too. I know a lot of people cringe when they hear the holidays are coming up. For whatever reasons, everybody has their own reason why they may or may not like the holidays so much, but we end up engaging, we end up embracing it in some type of way. And this is a time when it's giving, when it's receiving the love and sending the love to your loved ones, to people around you. It doesn't have to be just with family, but it can also be with coworkers, with friends, with just people that you know, even social media. I know a lot of other countries and cultures, they celebrate in different ways, in different forms, and basically it's all universal. It all comes down to one thing. We all celebrate with gratitude, with love, with giving thanks, and you don't have to call it Thanksgiving. So it's kind of universal. To me, it's one of my favorite times because I just feel like we're winding down to the end of the year, and it's the time to set down what we want, what our intentions are for the upcoming year. I know a lot of people do this in different ways, and you know, a lot of people don't really like the holidays, and I guess that's, you know, like everybody has their own reasons, and I'm not pinpointing on why or why you shouldn't celebrate the holidays, but the holidays to me is a time when we just have rejoice, and it's coming to an end to a new year, a new beginning, a chance to start over again, and that's the way we have to look at it. Look at everything that has occurred, and if it wasn't what you really wanted in your life and things didn't turn out the way you wanted to, well, try to turn it into a positive outlook. Try to look at it differently, and I guarantee you things will feel a lot better, and you may be attracting, well, you will be attracting the positive light. So if you're not following the laws of attraction, I highly recommend that you do. Okay, also, if you've landed on this channel and you've never seen any of my videos and this is the first time you're watching my video, I highly recommend that you watch this video completely from the beginning to the finish. There's a special message for you, and the message that are given to me are basically to be given to you, and it's a message that you need to listen to, something that you need to take into your life. Now, this is a generalized reading that's focused on love in every different category. I try to go through all of them, and if I didn't, I will go through them in a different type of way. So whatever message you get, I strongly advise that you really try to absorb it, and if it doesn't exactly resonate with you right now, maybe you can watch this video tomorrow, the next day, or the next couple of days, or whenever, to get the message, because sometimes we don't really want to hear the message if there's an ego behind it. Sometimes we are like, no, I don't want to hear this right now, and that's fine, because that happens to everyone. It happens to me, but I guarantee you, you will get a message somehow, some way. It's coming to you. And if you'd like to get your own personalized reading, I do offer phone, chat, and email readings, and the links will be down in the description area. You can find them on my blog. Also, you can also read my blog articles on my blogs. I have several of them to give you a better idea of the situation that you may not understand in your life about soulmates. Okay, so without further delay, let's begin. Okay, I've meditated and I've asked the angels to reveal to us in this reading the messages that are needed for us to use for our highest good in our divine partnerships, our relationships, our soulmates. And if there's something that we're doing wrong, please show us in the reading, or if there's something we need to do, and please let us know what we need to understand about our divine soulmate. The cards that I've used were the very beautiful Romance Angels Oracle cards by Doreen Virtue. Very beautiful deck. I love the artwork. It all reflects about romance and love, and it's just beautiful. And the first card that I pulled, okay, give your relationship a chance. And as you can see, these two people are in a powerful embrace. And as the card says, it's work on your partnership, work on your relationship. Give your relationship a chance. These two angels are in love. These two angels need to be with each other. It's a soul connection. It doesn't necessarily reflect on what type, but it is something where it is spiritually connected because they are from above. They are meant to be together. The one thing you have to remember, not everybody is in our lives because we're meant to have a life partnership. And I always talk about this because they enter in our lives, and I do explain in my other videos, and I'm not going to go into it, but they give us like a nudge of some kind to help us, to show us, to reveal to us, to actually empower us to move forward in our lives. And you'll know when that person is spiritually connected to you. You'll know that this person was sent to me to fulfill something, to fulfill a destiny, because the destiny that I'm living right now with this person seems to be not going where I want it to go. And that's when you need to walk away. If you don't feel anything, if you just feel like you're going along with it because your mind says this is a great person for me to be with and we get along great, or maybe you did at the beginning and it became very toxic, you know, that's when you have to say, okay, am I really being with this person because I want to be, because I love this person, because I'm spiritually connected, or is it just my mind telling me because I just don't want to be alone? That's a fear-based energy. So that's something entirely different, and I just had to say this. I just felt it was a message for someone. Also, what I'm talking about in this card is give your relationship a chance. Now, maybe this person in your life seems to be not going anywhere, and it just feels like everything's at a standstill. It feels like everything has been pretty much just not moving, and it's at a stalemate. This is a message for you. Give your relationship a chance. Maybe there's something going on in their life that it may not be a soul partnership. Maybe it's just someone that you need to be involved with for the time being so that you can get to where you need to get in your life. So, like I said, giving your relationship a chance for now, not focusing on what you truly want, because that's what relationships are. They're not always going to be match made in heaven, but they are experiences, and that's what we do. We meet people, we date, we find love, we fall out of love, we get back into love. I mean, it's a cycle, and everybody is different, but this is a time when you need to just give your relationship a chance. Okay, free yourself. Interesting. It's about freeing yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. Yes, and as the card says, maybe there's like something that you feel restricted about, and you're not letting go. You're not exactly freeing yourself to move forward in order to give that relationship a chance. Maybe your relationship seems like it's at a stalemate because you're still hung up over past situations that you can't see. The veil hasn't been lifted. Your eyes are completely clouded, and because they're clouded, you don't see this person for who they are, and it's time to just like look back and see the mistakes that you're making in your life. Maybe you're not looking at it where you should be and opening your heart. You're actually putting a block there. You're blocking yourself from actually experiencing the love, experiencing divine happiness, and it's time to just take control of that so that you can find the love. Maybe you're not involved with anyone. Maybe it's time to find happiness with someone. Maybe you're saying, it's time for me to be with someone, and you could be just waiting and looking and searching and seeking and not finding it. Maybe because you're doing all those things and you shouldn't be. Maybe you shouldn't be searching. Maybe you should just be open and let it happen naturally. I see this all the time, that relationships will come together. You need to give that chance. You need to give yourself a chance in order for that relationship to come into your life. Not putting pressure on yourself. That's what I'm talking about. If you're not with anyone, maybe it's because you need to start relaxing. You need to stop putting so much edge on yourself and saying it has to happen now. Okay? And let's go to the next card. Letting go, let go of control issues. Allow the situation to unfold naturally. I really feel this has a lot to do with an ego-based energy, because when we feel like we need to have control over the situation, we kind of like go into a place, we tap into our ego. And the ego energy is never really a good place. I mean, ego to a certain extent, but when ego takes over your love relationship and you're allowing the ego to say, well, I don't know why this person just doesn't want to see it my way. This person does these things to me. I'm just not happy because they're not right. They're not playing a fair game with me. Actually, it goes both ways. Maybe the both of you need to give yourselves a little break, a little step back. Not that I'm saying it's time to break it off, but maybe you need to just cool it off. Cool a little bit, like in, let's go together. Let's go somewhere together. Let's find happiness with each other. Maybe you're not doing this. And by not doing this, you're actually preventing yourself from actually finding true happiness, true love in your life. This also goes for a person that is waiting for someone, or they're separated. Maybe you're separated from your twin flame. Your twin flame is not responding, and your twin flame is not giving to you what you want because they're not ready. They're not spiritually ready to awaken. And the ascension is going to happen. The energy is going to arise that you both will come to a divine union. Divine union will happen. But how does divine union happen when you have all these control issues and you're constantly looking at, you need to come here, you need to be here, I need to see you, you're not here. I mean, if you're pulling on them, and I'm not talking about in a physical way, I'm talking about spiritually, because it's, if you send and receive this type of energy, they can feel it, and they're not ready. So the time is to work on yourself, letting go of this control issues and freeing yourself, because this is the only way that you're going to be able to give this relationship a chance. Being that it's your twin flame, being that it's your divine partner, you're not achieving any kind of true happiness with this person if you're always the taker. I want, I need, you have to be here. Why aren't you calling me? Or why aren't you texting me? Or why aren't you ever getting back to me when I look for you? These kind of words is actually something where it's kind of like trying to control that person. Maybe you're not saying these words, but maybe you're looking at them. So I don't know your situation, as I've always said before. This is all about you looking at this situation in your life and letting go of the control issues. Letting go of them, because you know what? In the long run, you are the one that's in control. You're the one that can do this. By freeing yourself, giving yourself a chance to breathe. Maybe it's time to reflect more on the positive aspects in your life. Maybe it's about, let me take a break from focusing on the relationship sense. That, you know, the divine feminine sometimes says, I need, and the masculine divine energies will say, I can't. So with two negative words being thrown at each other, how do you find a balance? How do you find that inside yourself? That's where you have to say, you know what, I'm going to take a step back and I'm just going to let things unfold naturally the way they are. I know it hurts, and I know that we go through a serious amount of pain when we're not together with that one person, but this is a time when you have to really focus on healing and letting go and freeing yourself, especially now where we're coming towards the end of the year, where we put out our New Year's resolutions and our intentions and, you know, what we want for our future, for the next upcoming year. What we need to do is we need to examine ourselves first of all, and not look at why things are not going my way, why things are not going the way I want, because that's only going to follow you into the following year. And if you notice, it's the same ongoing pattern. Do you really want to have your next year like the way this year? No, we always want to be better. We want to empower it. We want to embrace what blessings that come to us. Sometimes they're not always the way we want, but in the long run, it's to help us to grow. And that's where you're going to succeed with your relationship. If you're not doing the first step, if you're not taking that first step, it's never going to happen. So you have to pay attention to it. Okay, so let's go to the last card. Trust. Yes, having trust. And as you can see, these two people are trusting. She's trusting, he is trusting in her. The situation is calling for you to have faith. Having faith, not if you show me you're trustworthy, and if you are trustworthy, and you need to show me you're trustworthy in order for me to trust you. No, it doesn't go that way. It's about having faith and the benefit of the doubt. That's what I like to do. I like to give people the benefit of the doubt, even if I know, or I think I know, that I don't know, something's not right here. But having the benefit of the doubt, at least you put your mind at ease and your conscience at ease that you've gave the benefit of doubt. And maybe you've done this before and they've lost your trust. And that's when maybe you have to free yourself. You know, there's a lot of what ifs here, and that's why I'm saying that this is something for you to take with you. I really feel that without you really examining your situation, I can't answer, you know, what you need to do. So I'm not telling you what to do. I'm giving you the messages that are being given to me so you can help make your decision on what you need to do. Again, trusting someone. Trust is a big word. Maybe they've failed you once, maybe twice. I mean, it goes on. Maybe this person just doesn't get it. Maybe this person is just failing because they are, I'm not saying that they're not thinking in a clear mind, but maybe they just keep doing this because they're not realizing what they could be losing. So maybe there's a certain boundary here that you have to put up, and maybe this is where you have to maybe give an ultimatum or whatever works in your relationship. It's time for you to have the faith and the trust just to give in what your heart is telling you, because in order for you to find the love, trust. If there's no trust there, then there's no sense to even pursue the relationship. It's clear and simple, just like that. Because if I'm with someone, just giving you an example, and this person lost my trust several times, well, then maybe it's time to revisit why you're with this person if this person keeps doing certain things to you that annoy you. Maybe it's time to get a timeout so that this person can realize, because maybe this person is not looking at what they could be losing by doing this. And maybe they're in their comfort zone. Really focus on what you want for this new year, for this upcoming year, and especially now we're going into Thanksgiving very soon, and we have to just focus on with love and gratitude around us, because being thankful is not just, oh, well, I got this and I should be thankful. No, being thankful, even if you didn't get what you wanted, even if it didn't happen the way you planned it, and things seem to be not perfect, and it's not what you truly want in your heart. This is where you need to have the feeling of love and say, I'm grateful. Sometimes you're not celebrating the same holiday we are. I mean, I'm in the US, so I'm celebrating Thanksgiving. Maybe yours was maybe last month in October, or maybe you're doing it another time. But whatever it is, gratitude is universal. And because we're coming to the end of the year, holidays is coming up. If you celebrate holidays this year or not, it's all about giving gratitude, and that's where we all become united. Giving to someone, giving your heart to someone is not easy, and it hurts sometimes, but this is a time to focus on what your true spirit is telling you. And that's where I feel that it's time to engage. It's time to just take that little step forward. Remove whatever it is. Give yourself a chance. I like to say this card is more giving yourself a chance to live, giving yourself a chance to love. That's what it's all about. Freeing yourself, taking back control, and letting go. Just free yourself. Let go. If somebody is mistreating you, if somebody is belittling you in any way, making you feel like you're not worthy of anything in your life, that things are negative, then it's time to just free yourself from that person, totally. Like I've always said, if that person is not raising my vibrations, then there's no sense to be with that person. Whenever your vibrations are being shot down, I have to tell you, you need to take a step away from that person, because they're only going to cause more and more toxic energy into your life, and we don't want that. We try to raise our vibrations, okay? Letting go of the control issues inside yourself, and also if somebody else is trying to control you, that's another thing. If somebody else is trying to control you, don't allow it. Just put a block up and say, no, I'm going to stand up for myself and I'm going to do what I need to do. But trusting in your heart, having faith, this is all going to be working out. This is all something that is meant to happen in your life. It's all part of your divine destiny. And the only way to live your divine destiny is trusting who else? yourself, trusting God. Trusting God is number one. Giving the faith to God, giving your love to God. It's basically what our heart is made out of. It comes from God. Okay, so I really hope that you've enjoyed this reading. And if you like this reading, please give me the thumbs up. I really do appreciate all your support and everything that you've done with subscribing to me. And if you have any questions, please post them in the comments area. Also, if you'd like to book your own personal session, the links are down below, and you can also check out my blog articles as well. I do offer phone, chat, and email readings. Also, check out my other YouTube videos. I have many different videos about Q&A with soulmates and twin flames. So you're welcome to check that out. God bless. Namaste.